Hello everybody, my name is Solo, welcome back to the channel, and today we're back here on Spongebob Tower Defense. Now, I think the really funny part about what's going on with Spongebob Tower Defense is it seems like the people who are majorly over Spongebob Tower Defense are kind of like, I don't know if they're like just restructuring, but like if we go ahead and look, right, this guy is the one who's been talking about like what's coming next, right? Like, for example, run for your lives everyone, it's the appetizer, which is this guy. And also we've very much seen like we're now getting small updates in between their like big updates, like, oh, next Friday we're cooked, and I mean cooked, right? But it's kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, just to go over the update today. I kid you not. It's literally just the 2x camp credits. The new secret unit, the appetizer, that's in the rogue game mode. And then they added 7x speed. That's it. That's like all that's left, or that's all that was in the update. You'd think they'd have the resources to just, you know, do some big updates back to back after not doing a big update for a little bit as well when you know, Catch a SpongeBob came out, but I suppose not. Anyway, yeah, so if we go into the shop, there's now a 7x speed that you can buy, which is kind of like whoop-de-doo, because like, yeah, 7x speed is going to be faster, and you already know that it's not going to be, you know, in here or anything. And I kind of figured that eventually we would get another speed, because since they were offering 5x speed here in the actual like playtime rewards, I figured eventually we'd probably end up getting the a new speed, right? Anyway, so here is the chances for units in Rogue. So yeah, I think we're gonna keep this lineup here. I think it actually worked pretty well last time, so let's go ahead and get started. So if I had to give my opinion about where I think they kind of messed up with the game, I'd have to go personally with the fact that I think that the first thing that they messed up was the balance. Plus 100 range, 1 base HP. So the reason why I say I think they messed up their balance is because, you know, with all the things that have come out, like for example the mythics and the secrets, it just kept perpetually getting higher and higher. And I even like mentioned this as kind of an issue with the game initially because of how they were promoting like secrets to be. But basically it became a thing of like everything kept getting higher and higher and higher and higher with the damage output, until the point that the Bunker Bros came out, right? Now, for anyone not familiar, the Bunker Bros are the reason why there is or they're one of the things that have come out that I've ever said is, oh yeah, that's 100% pay to win, because they came out doing so much damage that it was quite ridiculous. making a lot of things very trivial and, you know, not really making it so then people didn't really have to do anything. Right? But yeah, so time went on, and eventually we got even more characters. Well, then we found out even more that, well, those characters had even more power creep, as is what you would call them, just having more and more damage over that long period of time. So now, a lot of the original mythics and stuff you would see is now like outmatched entirely, because instead of, you know, trying to keep a balance or like keep, you know, stuff at least decently on the same level, instead the Spongebob team have chosen the route of, we'll give you new things, but the old stuff isn't going to be updated, which is just wild to me, right? Let's see. Minus 50 gold. Minus 50. Really? Anyway. It just... I don't know. It definitely feels like the SpongeBob Tower Defense team still doesn't know what they're supposed to be doing in terms of balance. And so a lot of the, like, characters that they're supposed to be balancing aren't really balancing the way they should be balancing. It's actually quite wild. Take, for example, like this guy versus, like, say, the Patricia. Like, this guy came out as like one of the more OP units, same with like Karen. And then Patricia comes out and is just like, oh yeah, I can do around the same amount of damage by a little bit. And it's like, okay, so we're at the point where our limited units are now starting to take over exotic units. And instead of sorting characters by rarity, we're now sorting them by the timeline in which they came out. Right? Because a lot of people don't even use Handsome Squidward anymore. I think I literally only put him in here because I need someone to slow stuff down while I was waiting to put down this guy. But yeah, it's just, it's very, very wild to think about. The fact that they very much have basically made it so then if you're not getting the new mythics or the new secrets or the new exotics, you're just always behind, because even if you get them, there's always some bigger fish to fry, like over yonder, and there always will be, because of how balancing works. Like people like Golden Frieza and those guys have said, they kind of refuse to do anything new in terms of like damage types, in terms of like having passives on characters. Like the last time they tried to do something new was when they added the, I think it was the bite mechanic to Squidosaurus Rex, and then having Dennis. Other than that, like a lot of the stuff we're seeing now isn't like particularly new. It just kind of feels like a rinse and repeat of some of the same stuff we've seen before, right? Oh boy, I love being cursed. Yay, I'll grab one legendary chest. they keep like adding more and more methods for people to buy like into the new stuff. Like for example, when the mimic was added to exotic chests, the mimic literally came in with a brand new version of the chest, which was the exotic version, and we had seen this like twice because they originally added the chests, and that was when they added like mythics and mythics and secrets, or no, I think it was just mythics, but they added mythics to it, right? And then we saw them add the secret chests, which was literally only added so then they could add secrets to the game. And now we have exotic chests, which add exotics to the game for chests, but they're also really, really like uber rare to even get. But you can sure buy them. There's a lot of stuff you can buy for this game now. They always keep adamant, oh, well, we're trying to make it like free to play as well. And I'm going to be honest, they're doing a really bad job at that. Again, I've always been adamant about saying if like trading exists, like if there's no centralized currency for trading, your free to play argument doesn't really matter. Because like in FNTD, it's easy to be like, okay, you know, I need this many souls to trade. Whereas in here, it's literally so like random at what somebody's gonna want that you're kind of just in the clutches of whoever has the thing that you're looking for, and whether or not they want to be greedy, right? Can I get a burn card? Okay, what did it get rid of? Okay, nothing important. Cool. But yeah, so there's no centralized currency, which means that people can just make up whatever price they feel like for units. And I know there's like third-party stuff, but like, I don't know. It like that is not a good argument for saying, oh, it's free to play friendly, because that section of the market is also dominated by the pay to win audience as well, because they're the ones who have all the new units, even though like there should be chances of getting stuff. I thought crafting coming in would fix that, but it really didn't. In fact, it actually kind of like didn't help whatsoever, because like in the same update that they brought in crafting, they also made the subscription for the year of the like Krabby Crew, which gives you the Bunker Brothers, which was literally like the biggest slap in the face to most free-to-play players. I think the worst take I ever saw on free-to-play players is somebody was saying that, well, all free-to-play players think they're entitled to have everything for free. And to whoever said that, I just remember seeing it. To whoever said that with like that notion, the people who make these games like have multiple avenues of revenue, especially SpongeBob, like especially Steal SpongeBob in this game. A, they get paid by Paramount and Viacom, the people who own SpongeBob. B, they get paid by how many players are playing just in general, because that's one of the ways Roblox works. And C, they get paid by the people who are whaling out on you know, all of the cosmetics and all of the characters and everything else. Do I think that I deserve to have every like unit spoon fed to me? No, but I think there are areas that are very, very unfair to everybody who doesn't want to shell out $100 for a unit. Like, I don't know, it's very funny that some of these people like target others because, can I just skip this or do I have to? I mean, I guess I'll do this, sure. Harvey's trying to get me to send him one of my units in FNT. Or to let him borrow a unit in FNTD, I should say. But yeah, it's just one thing that, like, the reason why Roblox thrives so much is because of how many people like play the game free to play, and not only that, because like that's how they started, was like being an online platform for people to share games and, you know, be able to play. And like there wasn't really many microtransactions early on besides like cosmetic stuff or like little tiny things here and there. So I don't know why it's become a big thing in the new era of Roblox that, well, free to play players are entitled. And it's like, well, yeah, because I hate to break it to you, a lot of free to play players are children. Like, surprise, Roblox is a game for children. Like, they don't have money to throw at a screen. They're not, you know, some of these 16-year-olds who have way more money than they should ever have at that age, right? You know, the people who sit there and try to flex or something while in Roblox, even though they're literally flexing to little kids, which to me doesn't really make you super cool. I don't know, it's dumb. Like, let people enjoy games without opening their wallet all the time, right? A lot of games do a very good balance of that. It's just this game does not. Even this, like this week's update just doesn't feel great. Like, having only like 7 times speed and the appetizer, and then they put the 2 times server boost, like if it's not just a thing of code that they could run to all of the servers at the same time. So yeah, basically this update was, hey, would you like something that you have to buy and a guy that you're probably not going to get because it's like a 0.25 chance? Anyway, I'm gonna finish up here and then we'll go back and open some crates. Alright, so we have, well, as long as my patience wanted to stay for, which was like 30 minutes, we have 2 rogue crates. I don't expect to get anything good, to be honest. Wumbo fish stick. Legendary, we got Old Man Walker. Anyway, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, as always, hit the like button, comment down below. What do you think about the support they've given to the game? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so then you guys never miss a video. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.